things like that. What happened today? Why couldn't you do that today, do you think?
I just think we had so many penalties. We're in such long yard situations, or we had good plays called on some of the false starts or the delay of game or what have you. We were just kind of beating ourselves. We had 3 possessions in the first half, and it seemed like 5 or 6 penalties on offense. So look no further than ourselves and our own preparation. Obviously I wasn't super comfortable in the pocket. Missed a couple throws as you did. We just didn't get into a rhythm really.
That said, you guys didn't really even get into your game plan. Do you think that's because of those penalties at the start and how you guys weren't really able to get to a flow?
Yeah, I think it was disjointed a little bit. They went on an 8-minute drive to start the game. We held them to a field goal, and then we go 3 and out, and then they have another time-consuming drive. So we just didn't help our defense out at all with the time of possession. And we just didn't execute. I think we had some good calls early in the game and just either missed them or we false started or had a penalty or a negative yardage play. So this one's, you got to give them credit. They played their scheme and they didn't pressure and got after us. But we didn't help ourselves out at all.
Aaron, when they don't blitz much, I think they pressured one time, I think, with an extra guy. What's the beater to that? Is it because when they're playing so much coverage, is it get underneath? What is the beater there?
Well, I think a lot of the stuff that maybe we did there on that the only touchdown drive we had, just kind of dealing it quickly and getting the ball in my hand and letting guys kind of go and run, and we just weren't able to get a whole lot going early in the game, which hurt us.
Did you guys talk about doing more no-huddle stuff earlier than that? Or was it, just right at that moment when you decided?
Yeah, it's kind of at that moment.
Would you have liked to gone a little more no-huddle, maybe in the second half?
Well, we still had a lot of stuff we wanted to get to, stuff that we worked on all week, and again, the lack of execution and the penalties, negative yards plays definitely hurt us today.
What do you do with a dud game like this? I mean, do you
I think you kind of rinse your hands a little bit, try to. That's what you'd like to do, but I think the best thing to do is to go back and be very brutally honest with your side of the ball and your own personal performance, and knuckle down on some of the details. I think we just, we were a little bit off, but I think more than that, the focus was off, and that was disappointing to see. I just don't think we were locked in from the start. We have been, especially on this run we've been having. I don't know if it was the fact that we had an incredible Green Bay crowd today, and or the fact that we were looking too much into what their record was, but it wasn't a good performance, and we got to improve from this point.
Aaron, you guys have had losses where they've gone one way or another. I think of 16 where you guys got on the run, 15 you started hot, had a loss, and it kind of went a little bit the other way. What usually determines which way it goes after a game like that?
The character of the guys in the locker room. So I feel pretty confident that we're going to respond. We got a couple, obviously a big one next week, good football team, then a bye, and then a good football team on the road again. So we got to respond the right way and go into the bye 8-2. And this week will be interesting to see the leadership step up, but I feel pretty optimistic, much like maybe 16 with some of those losses where you just felt like you still had something special, even though you had a dud like today.
Did you guys scheme to get Devontae open today, or did you just pretty much just plug him into what you were doing? And
he was kind of on a play count. I think we weren't trying to run him out there for 70 plays, but we did have a lot of stuff in for him. We just couldn't get to a lot of that, unfortunately. But we also had stuff for Jones that we didn't really get to. And again, it was playing behind the sticks most of the day, and penalties and negative yards plays that kind of took us out of our plan.
You referenced energy and preparation a couple of times. Is that an individual thing? Is that a team deal? Is that your offensive side of the ball, defensive side of the ball? What exactly is that you're referencing?
I'm just really talking about the offensive side of the ball. I just think that we weren't very focused. Obviously, we had some silly penalties that we're not used to having. That hurt us. That especially when you only have 3 possessions in the first half, you got to make them count. So I'm just talking about the offensive side of the ball. We got to be, honest with our, our routine and decisions we made the last 48 hours, and make sure that our head's in the right place the next time we come on a big road trip, which will just be in 3 weeks.
Are you saying that there might have been some guys who didn't take it the way they should have the last 48 hours? Is that what you're?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I just, it's just conjecture, because the expectations we have are so high for the preparation and the focus. And I just think as a whole on offense, we didn't have the energy and the focus that we need to be a little more effective.
Two more?
One characteristic, we don't often see an offense led by you have this much struggle. We don't often see that. What was it like to have to experience that today?
Yeah, it's frustrating. We're used to moving the ball up and down the field, scoring points, and tough day. You got to give them credit on their side of the ball. They, held the line of scrimmage. They got after me in the pass game, and did a good job covering up on the back end. But we didn't help ourselves out in any way with, the way we executed.
Do you see this as an opportunity to be resilient, and how is it going to be getting back to the Lambeau?
Yeah, this was, a good learning experience for us. We gotta come ready to play. I don't think we were locked in from the start, unfortunately. I'm not sure exactly the reason, but I don't think the focus was there from the start. So we gotta look in the mirror and be very honest about our performance, myself first, and then our offense and our energy and our attention to detail, and we gotta get better.
Has that happened to a team like this? Last couple of years, you got a lot of young players. Last couple of years, you haven't been winning, and you're off to this great start. I think it can happen to a team like this.
I think it can happen to any team. I think I don't think it was complacency at all. I just think that, whether it's a trip, not everybody taking care of themselves the right way over 2 days, or we're just tired, or the differences in temperature, but those are just excuses. And the facts are that we weren't locked in from the start, and that's a little disappointing.
Can you talk about the Melvin Ingram and Joey Bosa and kind of the challenges they presented and how that could have caused a problem in the offense?
Yeah, they're great players. They didn't really, I think they pressured 1 or 2 times the entire game. A lot of 4-man rushes, and they got, they got after us a little bit up front. So we gotta get back to protecting and throwing the ball on time and being accurate. And this is a good slice of humble pie for us. We're kind of rolling at 7-1 and starting to, listen to the chatter maybe a little too much. So I think this will be a good thing for us. We'll regroup, go back home, and play another good team.